Georgia always was fighting for independence, stability and democracy. Even during Soviet period, Georgia was most active country who was trying to be independent from Russian Empire and who was fighting for human rights and democracy. Right now, for Georgia, it's very important to be a really stable and democratic country. We Georgian opposition understand quite well that it's not possible to be stable without being a democratic country, and we are fighting for Western values, because these values are very important for normal development of the country, and these values are important for Georgian society and Georgian people. So our country should be democratic, otherwise we will receive the same what we have right now when we have no stability, neither stability nor democracy. Fortunately, President Saakashvili until now, despite his empty pledges for being loyal to the Western values, correspond more Russian interests than anybody else, because he is using Western values, Western wording, but in fact he is damaging democratic values in the country, and he is destroying democratic institutions. Unfortunately, President Saakashvili stopped Georgia's aspiration in nearest future, or Georgia's possibility in nearest future to be a member of NATO, because his miscalculations, because he involved Georgia in provocative war with Russia. Thanks to President Saakashvili, we lost 20% of Georgian territories. We received Russian military bases back. And President Saakashvili, with his actions and non-democratic steps, violating not only democratic values but discrediting Western values in the country. That by Mr. Vice President's, Mr. Biden's visit will help us to bring Georgians' population's voice quite far from our country. We need US support. Fortunately, from the very first days of Georgian independence, United States was always very supportive for Georgian independence, territorial integrity, sovereignty and democratic development. And I do hope that we will receive this support in the nearest future and the long-term future too. We would like to mention and thank US government for great support which we received last year during very difficult days, and Mr. Biden was a person who visited Georgia and who was trying and who was supporting Georgian territorial integrity and sovereignty. We are sure that Mr. Biden will look very carefully in internal situation of Georgia and will understand quite well that what Saakashvili is doing, this is facade of democracy, and in fact this has nothing to do with democracy, and Mr. Biden is a person who will understand that without real democracy and without democratic institutions in this country, it will be absolutely impossible to be stronger, to be stable and to be a predictable partner for United States and for European community. I would like to mention that as weak Georgia will be, and Georgia will be weak without democracy and without credible president and without predictable president. So unfortunately Saakashvili is not predictable and credible.